Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. I do have some disappointing products that I do want to talk about because when it comes to new stuff or like products, I get so hyped. Like, I'm so excited to try them out, and when I do try them and they don't work for me, I'm just like, dang, like I wasn't expecting that. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys some of the products I do have, and I do know companies work very hard on this stuff, so I don't like talking bad about them, but at the same time, if they don't work for me, then it is what it is, okay? So you guys want to go ahead and see what they are, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so the first one I do have is the Make a Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. Now, when it comes to contouring my skin, I love this foundation because I do have it in the shade F16, and it works really good when it comes to contouring my skin. But as an actual foundation, you guys, I did not like this product at all. I don't know what it is. The first thing I do want to say is I had the shade C13, if I do remember correctly, or F13, and that shade was a little bit too light for me, a little bit too ashy and gray, and they didn't have any other shade in their collection that would fit my skin tone because one step down was a little bit too light and one step up was a little bit too dark. So I feel like they needed more shades when it came to their foundations. But as an oily skin person, you guys, it just slipped and slid on my skin. I looked a little bit too dewy after a couple hours, and I don't know, I like the initial application of it, but throughout the day it just didn't look that good on my skin. And of course, they do need more shades. So with that being said, I think it's a great contour stick because they do have shades for contouring, but as an actual foundation, I really didn't like it. So the next one is actually from Make a Revolution. Again, of course, I'm not picking on them, you guys. It's just these two products didn't work for me. But this is a Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer, and I have it in the shade C13. Now, when it first came out, a lot of people were hype about it because it reminds them of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Like, they're very similar when it comes to the applicator, and that's why I was excited to try it out. And I think this was only like $5, so it was really cheap. But the thing about it is, when you apply this concealer on your skin, I love the way it blends out. I love the way it initially looks. But throughout the day, I don't know if anybody else is like this, it kind of darkens on my skin. It kind of turns my skin a little bit orange and red throughout the day. And actually, I did use this on my face yesterday because when I go to work, you guys, I just apply concealer and that's it. And it did the same exact thing. Like throughout the day, y'all, like my skin was so red. I was just like, why did I play myself trying this again? But at the same time, y'all, like I love the way it blends on the skin. I love the way it applies, but the fact that it oxidizes, I really don't like at all. And I feel like they need more shades when it comes to concealer also, because this shade is not like that much of a highlight on me. Let me show you guys what it looks like. It's not that light, and the one down below it is a little bit too light for my skin. So I feel like they need more shades overall in their department when it comes to their foundation concealer. They definitely need more shades. So moving on to Maybelline, I do have their City bronzer, and I did a whole review on this if you haven't checked it out. So when it comes to Maybelline, y'all, like they're my favorite drugstore brand because they're so inclusive. They have so many different colors when it comes to foundation, concealers, powders, and whatnot. So which made me really shocked because when I saw their bronzer, I was kind of like, you have all these different foundations, all these different concealers. Why is this your darkest shade? Okay, on my skin, it does kind of work. Like it blends really well and it kind of shows up on my skin. But like for people who are darker than me, you guys, like this will not show up at all. And let me give y'all a swatch of this because I don't know, it's just a little bit on the light side. On my skin right now, y'all can see what it looks like right here. But for those who are darker than me, you guys, like this would not work at all. It would definitely look very ashy. So I love the formula, I love the shade, but at the same time, I can't use this by itself because it doesn't really show up on my skin like that. I still have to go ahead and use something else on top. So Maybelline, I love y'all, but we need more shades, okay? And the next one is also bronzer too, which is really funny. And this is the Wet n Wild Shady Beaches. I have to say that so slow, y'all, because I will mess up and say the other word. But this is what it looks like. And honestly, when I first saw it, I was just like, you know what, like this looks so dark in person. On camera, it looks a little bit light, but in person, it looks a whole lot darker. And let me hold it up against the Maybelline bronzer and show you guys what they look like next to each other. Like, they look similar on camera, but in person, trust me, this is a little bit darker. But I was so excited. And something told me, like, Chi-Chi, like, this is not going to work on your skin. Why are you trying to do this right now? But I still bought it. And when I swatched it, y'all, like, I was very, very disappointed. It's actually a little bit lighter when you swatch it next to the Maybelline one. This is the Maybelline one right here. And this is the Wet n Wild one. This looks a lot more golden on the skin. And it has some shimmer in it. And when it comes to my bronzers, y'all, like, I don't like shimmer at all. And it's definitely very shimmery, like an eyeshadow. So I didn't think it was that light, but I guess it is. But on the skin, I didn't try it out because I just knew it wasn't going to show up. But I'm still going to keep the bronzer because I do have clients who are lighter than me, so I'm not going to throw it away or anything like that. But drugstore, I feel like when it comes to darker shades, they struggle a lot with that. I don't know what it is. I feel like they think that everybody can use these shades right here, and that's not the case, of course. Like, if I can't contour with it, then it's not dark enough. That's just like the, you know, standard nowadays. But I don't know. I was really excited for these, but they didn't work out. Y'all, I swear, when I try to say this name, I always say like oranges. I don't know what it is, but it's called oranges. Y'all know what I mean, okay? But I do have their Out of Trouble 10-minute mask to rescue problem skin, and I've used a lot of this because I heard a lot of good reviews when it comes to breakouts and whatnot. Once you apply this on your skin, it's supposed to get rid of all your breakouts. But y'all, I've been using this for months, probably a year at this point, and it doesn't do anything for my skin. And I feel like when it comes to this brand, I've used a lot of their masks and it just really doesn't do a lot for my skin. Like, I put it on, it feels good, it feels like it's working, but then when I take it off, nothing ever happens. And on the back, it says it's supposed to get rid of rough texture and oils on your skin and whatnot, and just basically make everything look really good and keep your skin out of trouble. For me, it doesn't do any of that. And it's pretty pricey too. I think it's like $27-$30, so it's not cheap at all. But if you have any other masks when it comes to breakouts, please let me know down below because I need some recommendations. I was so excited for this because it says on here, Out of Trouble 10-minute mask to rescue problem skin, and it didn't do anything for my skin. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. So moving on to this next one, I was so disappointed because I had such high expectations for this. Like, I've always wanted to buy this, but I never did because it was so expensive to me. And it's a Beauty Blender Liquid Blender Cleanser. And what was the hype, y'all? Like, what was the hype? Because I tried this on my Beauty Blender and it didn't really do much. Like, I was still struggling to get rid of all the stains on my Beauty Blender. I tried everything. I tried soaking it and it didn't get rid of the stains. And I went back to my Zote soap, or Zote, I'm not sure how you say that, but it's a laundry bar soap, and that works a lot better than the Liquid Blender Cleanser. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there, y'all, because I mean, this is formulated to clean the Beauty Blender and your sponges, and I even tried this with my brushes and it really didn't get rid of anything from my brushes. So yeah, I don't know. I was so excited for this, and I bought this in a set because it came with 2 beauty blenders and this for like $30. But yeah, if you guys do have like a certain way that you use this, please let me know down below because I don't want to get rid of it. I don't know if I need to put a lot more product on it or soak my sponges. I don't know. Please let me know down below because I've been struggling with this. And last but not least is the Got To Be Glue Styling Spiking Glue. Y'all played me, okay? Because when it comes to getting your edges, you know, laid and whatnot, a lot of people are saying that this works. And I will say when it comes to your edges, it does work. But there's something that a lot of people forgot to, like, you know, mention in their videos. Because once you put this on your hair and lay your edges, it's fine. But the next day when you wake up, y'all, like when I tell you I even touch my hair or like try to restyle my edges, there's so many white flakes that come off on my hair, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, it looks like dandruff all over my head, and it's just not a good look because the more I try to take it off, the more white flakes come out, and it's just a hot mess. Because I remember trying to go somewhere a couple weeks ago and I put it on my edges, y'all, like, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. I ended up not going anywhere because I tried to get rid of the flakes. It just kept coming and coming. But with that being said, I still feel like it's a good edge control. But at the same time, if you do put this on your hair, you're supposed to wash it off the next day or like take it off before you do put another layer the next day. Because my edge control that I do have in my hair right now is the Ebin edge control. I can keep putting it on and on and on my hair and it doesn't leave any residue. This is not the same. Make sure you take it off your hair. Honestly, I'm not even gonna use it anymore because it's a hot mess in general. But if you have any other like edge control like that you love out there, please let me know down below because this, y'all, like, no. Alright, so I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do want to remind you, if something doesn't work for me, you guys, it doesn't mean it won't work for you. These are just my personal experiences with these. You can still go ahead and try them out for yourself. If they don't work, then we're in the same boat. If they do work, then maybe do something better than me. I don't know. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. And also, I do have my giveaway going on, and it ends on March the 11th. So make sure you go ahead and enter. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So I love you guys so much. I'm just like subscribing way out, and I'll see you guys in my next one.